Then Ghana became the center of attraction Friday night into Saturday morning, because some young persons, forward-looking, knowing that we are in the era of talents, have put together to rebirth boxing again. We were in Kumasi and did a small event, and the people of Kumasi were so impressed about what happened there. They didn't know something was being planned, even though a little indication was given there. Your Excellency, Friday, as I said, Ghana became the center of boxing. All key persons who mattered were here. The WBC officials were here, and that was through the initiative of our very young brother and his organization, the Legacy Rise Sports, and Amin Khan, putting themselves together and giving us a great show. Your Excellency, after that, people have said, well, you have achieved your objective too quickly, and so we must look for another construction that could contain 10,000 people. Because the 4,000 capacity could not contain them. People were standing all through, from 7 p.m. to about 3 a.m. They were on their feet.
Wow.
They were on their feet. And what I want to add, Your Excellency, is that Antony is a great icon, not just for Africa, but the world. He's seen what it is we are doing. And he says, well, my background, I'm from Nigeria, but you are doing something right. I will come and help and put Ghana to the level it should be. He's giving clear indication that he will help any country that factor its people's well-being. And that is what we have exhibited, and that is what has brought him here to support this cause. This afternoon, he's here to pay a courtesy call to indicate that they support your initiative and will be there to support our cause. And we wish you welcome and thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Anthony.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sports has been an avenue for social enhancement, and especially boxing. Introduced into societies where there's poverty and other things, we find that the talent exists, but because the opportunity doesn't avail itself, I mean, people live in poverty. But once a while, a champion, emerges from there, and he changes the face of his whole society just because he got the opportunity through a sport, either football, boxing, athletics, or something like that. All of us were young. Antony makes me feel like when I was young again, during the Muhammad Ali time, after Muhammad Ali was beaten, we all kept praying as young people. We loved him so much, we kept praying and wishing that he would come back and take his title. Makes me feel the same way, that, he'll become great again, he'll regain what he has lost. And all of us growing up would stay till 4 a.m. in the night just to watch Azuma fight in Australia. And so now one of the greatest fights is his fight with Jeff Fenech in Australia. We stayed up late, and it was one of the best fights I've ever seen. All of us were frightened when he agreed to go and fight in Australia in Jeff Fenech's backyard. And we said, how can you go into the guy's backyard to go and fight? And he said, oh, it will be a teacher and a son lesson. A father and son lesson, and that he will be the professor. I borrowed some of his words during the campaign, and I said that we were going to take our own referee into the ring. And then when they asked him, who's your referee? He said, my fist. He said, if I punch the man down and he's down and out and can't get up, which referee is going to say he won the fight? So, Ghana has been known for boxing from our first republic. Floyd Robertson and all the greats. And people like Azuma followed in their footsteps. Unfortunately, over the years, things have gone down, and that's what we try to revive by setting up the Bukom Boxing Arena. It's actually an academy because it's got hostels, it's got classrooms and all that. And the intention was that we'll scout and look for young talents all across the country and bring them to live and train there and go to school at the same time, you know. And so we're going to have teachers teach them so that they don't miss on their lessons and all that. Unfortunately, after I left office, that dream, you know, was put on hold. But we have the opportunity to take it up again. My one regret is I didn't build it bigger than it is now. I realized that. I thought that 4,000 was enough to come and see a boxing match, but it looks like we need a much bigger arena to contain the new interest that is coming up. Sharaf has been interested in sports since he was a kid. And growing up at 5 years, 6 years, he knew every footballer. He knew how they played, who they played, he could comment on them. Not only the footballers, he knew their wives and their girlfriends. He knew the referees, everybody. And it's he and his brothers who made me start taking an interest in football. I mean, I've never really been a fan, you know, when it comes to soccer, but he supported Liverpool, his other brother supports Man United, and then Shahi supports Real Madrid. And I found my children, anytime their team lost a match, they lost appetite, they won't eat, they are moody. So I started supporting all their teams and praying that they'll win their matches so that it will lift the mood of the children. And so, of course, when he decided that he wanted to go into football, I decided to let him follow his talent. So he played football for a while, and then decided that no, he wants to shift into sports management. And so he started with football, but he took an interest in boxing. And so now both are his passion, boxing and football. But it looks like the boxing world is taking control. But it's a good thing because we believe that Ghana has the talent and we can raise some world champions. And I told Antony yesterday, he came to join us in church yesterday. Of his own, he called Sharaf and said, "Where can I go to church this morning?" And Sharaf said, "Oh, my father is the MC in his church." And he came and joined us and sat through the whole service. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so it needs, I told him he'll be our ambassador. It needs people like him, you know, to help to change the lives of young people. And so we wish him to be an ambassador for boxing in Africa and take that as one of the causes that he champions, that after him there will be a wave of young boxers at different levels who would also make Africa proud and change the societies from which they come from. And so we're happy to have you. You are an icon, very much loved in Ghana. And so people were very excited, you know, that you accepted to come. But Ghana is your second home. You are free to come anytime and visit. If you want us to give you a Ghanaian passport, we'll give you. Yeah, but thank you very much for the visit, and thanks for the friendship with Sharaf. Yeah.
Antony Oluwafemi Olasheni Joshua, British born, African heritage, from Nigeria, just across the road. I've been spending a lot of time in Nigeria as of recent, knowing that it's important to know where you're going, but just as important to know where you've come from. And coming to Ghana actually wasn't on my agenda, because for some reason everyone in Nigeria puts Nigeria here and Ghana just here. Yes. So I'm now here and I'm looking around and I'm like, they've been lying to me. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with your beautiful country, amazing culture, hospitality, the airport, the organization, and I can't wait to go back and tell everyone across the world how beautiful this place is. Yeah. And sports is obviously a way that it got me in a room like this. So I understand the importance of, you know, talking with my fist, but also how influential sports can be and the type of rooms you can get in. So I've been calling friends, speaking about ways that we can bring investment into Ghana, we can bring investment into Africa, because I understand some of your policies and what you're trying to do. And from a sportsman, I understand sports is short-lived, and then we cross over into business. So I'm also branching out into that sector, and I understand that there's certain things that we can bring from sports and our connections across the world, and how we can connect Africa to the rest of the world through sports. So Sharaf, amazing man, thank you for bringing me here. It's much appreciated, and long may Legacy Rise continue.
Yeah, thank you. Sharaf, you didn't introduce your team. Sheriff, come on. You guys did a good job. Where's Adam? Adam? Yeah. And where's the photographer, the Rastaman? Oh yes, great. Well done.
No, I haven't signed it.
Is there no? Is there picture? I think we can start saying this. She take me to that.
Yeah.
God bless you. Sir.
Wow. No, this is beautiful.
It's not much,
Thank
it's
you.
the least we can do, but just as a way
No,
to
this is great.
leave a memory in Ghana.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I think you should stand up
That
and
means
do the
stand.
presentation properly for the purpose of the pictures.
See, man, the whole one. See.
Also, if there's any way from the
Great.
contacts that I'm meeting around the world with boxing to bring any investment into Ghana.
That's a great. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
We'll keep in touch.
The Boxing Day.
Don't try it on me.
You should have
Mr. Nelson. You can see you want to try it. Can we? Can I get a picture with Mr.
Yeah, let's do that.